What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the Murphy Photography YouTube channel. I'm Quentin, and today we're talking about what's in my camera bag for 2024. So we'll go ahead and hop right into it. This is actual bag that I use. I got it from my wife about 6 to 7 years ago actually. It's really great for beginners. It gives you just enough room to put your gear into it if you're doing like just a regular session, or if you're doing like a multiple day session as well. It has pockets on the sides. It has a great spot right here for a laptop as well, and then any other additional pockets that you may need to. It is water resistant, not waterproof, so you can take it out in the elements, but I still would be very careful just because you got your gear in it as well. But this is the bag, and now let's hop into everything that's in my bag for the upcoming year. One of the first things that I take with me, whether I'm shooting a big event or if I'm shooting a wedding or if I'm just doing a personal session, is I take my Apple Watch with me. I honestly don't use it anywhere else other than shooting, and the reason being is I like to make sure that I have that communication with the client, making sure that I am communicating to them fully, and I never want to have my phone out like replying to text, or if my second shooter is needing help on the other side of the venue, or a bridesmaid, etc. This can still let me communicate. I can check my message real quick to make sure if it's important or not, and then I can continue to keep on shooting. That way no time is wasted throughout the day. The longer I've used it, the more I've realized I like it for more weddings, just because of how much communication is very important throughout the whole day. So that is always thrown into my bag. The next thing is these two right here. So this is two Lume boxes. There is a difference between the price. This is more expensive one, the bigger one, and then this is the smaller one. And size is an issue on these because of this one only does 3 colors, and then this one does 8 colors. So if you're looking for more of a vibrant, different type of style, you might want to go for the big one. I think it's only like $70 more, but it's definitely worth it. What I enjoy about them is that they come already prepared on 3 sides of these. You have like these little screw holes that you can actually mount directly on top of the camera, and you can get some really good photos during the reception, or you can get some really good video that is not going to be grainy, that you can be using for video as well. So definitely love these two. These have been really good investments for me this year, and what is also really good is they're super small, compact, and the battery life is insane. Usually when I charge these, I just charge them for the week if I'm doing like a shoot, and then I don't even have to worry about them and stuff. So always throw them in the bag. They slide right into a pocket. Next thing is this right here. This is a battery pack. This is a 10,000 watt battery pack that I've gotten. I've had it for over 4 years now, I believe. And it has been amazing. During that whole entire time, it's actually never went completely dead. It has 2 USBs and 1 USB-C ports on it right here, and you can charge your cameras, you can charge your phone, you can charge your watch, anything that you might need, and you can just throw it in your bag and it charges it really fast. It is water resistant as well, and it's very durable, and it's definitely, it's amazing to have more power. You never know if you're going to have an outlet or anything like that, and while you're going through shoots, you can just be throwing this in the backpack, having something charged, and that way you are completely prepared the whole entire time. So always throw that in as well. The next thing is audio, probably. So right now this video is being recorded on a Sony a7R along with an 85 1.4 lens, but the audio is a DJI mic. These right here come into this little pack right here. This whole pack charges the receiver and 2 microphones. They have an 800-foot distance, so whether you are on the other side of the venue, getting a really good shot that's going to be wide and maybe incorporate the whole landscape, and you still want some audio captured of the couple, you can still do that. What I love about them is they're very sleek, they're slim, they have really great battery life, and along with that, the range is just amazing too. So they cost about $270, and DJI is amazing anyway. So like their packaging along with their battery life is above and beyond. So definitely recommend those just to make sure you have like an audio setup that's always in your bag as well. I also use them for a lot of behind the scene footage, whether I'm shooting like an Instagram reel or a TikTok or anything like that. It's always good to mic someone up and just get that extra little moment of authenticity that you can really use in your content. So definitely include that. The next thing is you can never have too many SD cards. This right here is a little SD card holder that I've received. I put 4 SD cards in it every single shoot just to make sure that I have plenty just for myself. If I have a second shooter, I always try to bring an extra one as well. You never know if SD cards is going to fail. You never know if equipment's going to fail. So it's always good to be prepared. If it doesn't weigh that much, why not include it just to make sure you're ahead of the game. So SD cards is really good, along with extra things too. I always bring extra batteries. Batteries is something that you will need depending on what camera you use and what lens you use. It could depend on how many batteries you need as well. I do know with the 85 1.4 lens that's being filmed with currently right now, usually when I do video, it does drain the battery a lot. So you got to be mindful of that, but if you're just shooting, I can usually get through a full day just fine with it. I get trigger happy anyway, so my camera I feel like is always on. So I just fill this whole entire thing right here full of batteries, and I just make sure that they're completely charged before I go, and I'm just good to go. Knock on wood, I've never had a situation where I've ran out of batteries and I have to stop the shoot. So like that's something that I think is very important going forward, is just making sure you're prepared and you got all the gear that you need. The next thing is this right here is a GoPro Hero Max 10. And what's really great about this, it shoots in 4K, it does 60 frames. It also does raw images as well. So I usually strap this on for behind the scene footage that I can just hit record and just let it go. And I can get a really good TikTok, really good Instagram reel or anything like that I might need. And it's always good too if you need just an extra camera to do like a time lapse along with any other kind of underwater footage. This is waterproof up to 60 meters. So it's probably been one of the best investments that I've made this last year, just for that extra type of content. And it's very sleek, it's very light as well, so I throw it in my bag. Like I said, if you have room, you might as well put stuff in there. You just never know when you're going to use it. The next and probably one of the last things I throw in my bag, depending on the vibes and the shoot that you're going on, I always throw my AirPods in. These are something that I just always have to have. You put them in, make sure you get the vibe right. You can listen to a podcast, you can check out a YouTube video to get some inspiration. You know, you just never know. And just, I feel like it just gets you into a better mindset than just like showing up unprepared. Usually it's a lot, you know, when I'm flying to shoots or if I'm just driving on long road trips as well. I just always love to have those charged and ready to go. And I think for the last thing that I always throw in my bag, this is something I've started new this year, is depending on your brand, you always want to make sure you have business cards. Business cards is still kind of like I wouldn't say outdated, but they're not used as much. But what I love about my business cards is the front is just my logo, and then on the back is a QR code where you can go directly to my website for all contact info, social media, and my prices as well. So it's a one-stop shop. I do want to shout out Holly. She is the girl that actually helped me with my brand, along with my collars, my design, and everything like that. So I actually shot her wedding. I'll actually put a link in the description below about her wedding video. It turned out amazing last year. So she's been great to work with. And with that being said, that's pretty much the majority of everything that's in my bag on a regular shoot. But if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Every little bit helps. Comment below what you should see in my bag going forward for this year. Oh, actually, you know, one more thing. I didn't even talk about one of the most important parts, is my cameras themselves. So this right here is just a Sony A7. This is my backup camera. It shoots 24 megapixels, and I have a 50 millimeter 1.8 lens on it as well. And like I mentioned, this one is filmed by an A7R, and it's a 85 1.4 lens. It's pretty much my only two lenses that I use. My next lens that I'm looking to upgrade to is a 35 1.4. And I just want to have a wider but more crisp shot. and that lens right now I'm just kind of like obsessed with. But these is the two that I use majority of the time. Like I said, this is a backup camera. You can get it really cheap online on Amazon right now. They're discontinued, but if you can get a refurbished one for less than 400 bucks, it's definitely worth it just to make sure you have a backup. It still takes amazing photos, so if you're ever in the pinch with your main one, you can always have that one. So I always throw it in my bag too, because as mentioned before, you just never know if your gear is gonna falter or not. So now that finally includes everything that I would have in my bag for 2024. So like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I appreciate you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.